In this video, I'd like to take a couple of minutes to talk about a game called Xcom Enemy Within. Now, I'm sure a lot of you out there have played this game. It's been out for 3 or 4 years, I can't quite remember. It's a great game, it's a great RTS, the best one I've definitely ever played. It feels almost like it's got RPG-like aspects and elements in it, in the way that you can customize your soldier just so differently. Like, each soldier can be so much different from the last, and it's a great thing to add in there. Another thing it does great is it implements the permadeath system, which not a lot of games do. The only other game that I've really played that has it in it, I believe, would be State of Decay, and that's another great game, but I'll save that for another video. And it did it just as well. It's a great thing for them to add in there. It fits perfectly with the world. 3 or 4 years later, also, the graphics just hold up phenomenally. The style of it almost reminds me of Team Fortress 2 in the way that it's got some cartoony looking people, but that just makes it so much better, and it makes it look so cool. And never before have I felt like such a badass playing in a video game, because you can just make your people, you can give them all of these different perks and traits and weapons and just really beef them up. And I think that is just so cool, I guess. I mean, when you're playing it, you really feel like the commander and you're commanding your soldiers to do this and that. And when you lose a soldier that you've put so much time and effort into, you really start to, you get feelings, you're like, oh, man. But other than that, yeah, I can't really complain a whole lot, except there are a few enemies in the game that really make me mad. One of them is the Crystallid. It's this alien that, like, stabs you and poisons you and turns you into a zombie. I mean, it's great to have on the alien side and everything, and to add into the game. It's really hard to beat, I guess. They're hard to kill, especially in the earlier stages. That's probably who I've lost the majority of my troops to, are the Crystallids. And I mean, that's not really a complaint, I guess it's good programming. I just wish that they wouldn't be able to take such a hit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Other than that, though, I mean, it's really well balanced, unless you put in cheat codes, which the only cheat codes it has are you can name your people specific names, and it changes them into super soldiers. And I think that that's so cool, in the sense that you can name your person Sid Meier and they turn into Sid Meier. Or you can name them the character from XCOM the Bureau, declassified, and it turns into... his name was John Carter. They turn into that. And that's a great little thing to have in there. But I didn't do that until my second playthrough. And I thought that it was a great little thing for them to add in there. Especially because you could name one of your people the same as the creator of BioShock. And being the huge BioShock fan I am, I was like, I have to have this guy. So it was great for them to add that in there. It was fun. It was just a little, especially in the earlier missions, it was very unbalanced and very unfair to the aliens. Which, I mean, who cares, right? It just took away any difficulty. Even playing through however many, 3 or 4 times that I have played through, and I've used them about twice, I haven't lost any of the people. So, I mean, even with them in there, it's still fun. It doesn't really take away any of the fun aspects. But yeah, 3 or 4 years later, XCOM does hold itself up against some of the bigger titles, like your Call of Duties and your Battlefields and all of these other things. It's the best real-time strategy game that I've ever played. And if you haven't played it, definitely check it out. It's only about $15, I believe, at GameStop. I think Walmart is about 15 as well. Enemy Unknown, which was the earlier version of it, I think that it's the same game but with less, and it probably costs about the same, so definitely, if you're going to get either of them, definitely get Enemy Within. It's a great game, and I definitely recommend it. I mean, 10 out of 10, and I don't give that to a lot of games. Alright, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed.